What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Edward Pierre, aka Eddie P, back in the building. You know we gotta keep it P on one time. Look, man, we reacted to this man ball last time. I told y'all I don't know anything about him. Ain't none of y'all niggas hit me up in the comment section telling me about him. L, that's a huge L on y'all end, bro. I asked y'all a simple question, yo. What's up with this nigga? I asked y'all what position the nigga play. Ain't nobody told me. I'm guessing y'all niggas don't know. I asked you where he came from. Ain't nobody said shit. So I'm guessing y'all don't know either. So we just gonna keep it pushing. Seeing this video right here, I'm like, hold on. So hopefully this can give us more detail. His name is Victor. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm not gonna kill it like I did last time. Listen, if you're new to the channel, if you just clicked on the video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna roll to 300, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it, because I really want to see where he came from. This man is a 7'4",
is a once in a lifetime
small forward.
It's really not fair. One kid can have so much talent.
Simply put, he's a generational talent, described as literally one of the best NBA prospects ever.
He's a unicorn.
People don't talk about him.
Wait, this video about LeBron? The fuck? Oh, no. Okay. My bad, y'all. My bad. It's part of the,
praise for an 18-year-old who hadn't even played an NBA game yet. Except these remarks are not about LeBron. All of these comments are about the 2023 draft prospect, Victor Wembanyama, a player who...
Wait. How he pronounced that?
About the 2023 draft prospect, Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama?
All of these comments are about
Victor
the 2023 draft prospect, Victor Wembanyama, a player
Victor
who scouts are saying might just be the best...
Hold on, one more time. My bad, y'all. My bad, bro. My bad. Hold on. I know how to make this easier, so I make sure I know how he said it this time.
Draft prospect, Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Alright, let me hear him one more time.
All of these comments are about the 2023 draft prospect, Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama.
Player who scouts are saying might
that's harder than Giannis Antetokounmpo
prospect of all time. Except there's just one thing scouts are forgetting.
What? What are they forgetting?
Today's video is sponsored by Keeps. Keeps is a subscription-based service that focuses on making it
past
to
that.
the best player in... Question. Off the top of your head, who is the best player in NBA history, 7 feet 3 inches or taller? Yao Ming?
Gotta say Yao.
Rick Smits? Maybe Arvydas Sabonis?
You gotta say Yao Ming.
Names come to mind.
Gotta say Yao Ming.
Only a few. And that's because even in a league full of giants, there just hasn't been many players this tall. In fact, throughout the NBA's 75-year history, there have only been 26 players who were 7 feet 3 inches or taller.
Big Z? Y'all don't know about Big Z.
Of those 26 players, only 3 of them are currently in the NBA, and only 3 others made the Basketball Hall of Fame. See, despite size and length being one of the most valuable assets in the game of basketball, there is such thing as being too tall for the game. At what point does a player have too much height? Well, if history tells us anything, it's that the threshold is about 7'1". I know, it's a rather specific number, but time and time again, we are shown that anyone above 7'1" is bound to have significant, if not career-ending injuries and health issues due to their incredible size. Out of these 26 players, really only about 7 of them went on to have notable careers. And of those 7 players, 5 of them either missed entire seasons due to injuries or had to retire due to injuries.
Wow.
You actually have a hard time finding more than a few players.
It gotta be the legs, bro. I'm telling you, like, you're really tall, but that's a lot on the knees, the joints. If you can see, like, most of these people got knees. Look, he had a knee pad on, knee pad. You feel me? He got a knee pad behind him, I'm pretty sure. You feel me?
Taller than 7'1",
and then he just said it, the injuries, bro.
Careers plagued by injuries. There seems to be a specific limit to how big a player can be before their size quickly becomes a debilitating detriment. And I say all of this for one reason. This kid, 7 foot 3 inch, 18-year-old Victor Wembanyama, a player that possesses all the physical tools and skills to be a once-in-a-generation talent, but may just be too tall for his own good. Victor is already being anointed as the best NBA prospect since LeBron James 20 years ago, which sounds like a massive reach until you watch the kid play. See, over the last few decades, we've witnessed some of the all-time greatest
Timmy.
NBA prospects get drafted. The kind of talent that has teams scrambling to lose as many games as possible to get.
Baby
Shaq in
AD.
1992, Tim Duncan in 1997, LeBron James in 2003, and Anthony Davis in 2012. With talent of this caliber, there's never really any debate as to who's going #1 overall. In fact, in some cases, if these prospects were available for the draft sooner, they would have gone first overall before they were even eligible. Ron Artest is on record saying LeBron could have played in the NBA by the time he was just 15 years old. Former NBA player and longtime NBA exec Danny Ainge said, "There are only 4 or 5 players in the NBA that I wouldn't trade to get LeBron right now." This was back in 2002, when LeBron was a 17-year-old high school junior. Of course, not all ultra-elite NBA prospects are ready to make the jump right away. A few years ago, Marvin Bagley was far and away the best recruit in the class of 2018. So to expedite his journey to the NBA, he reclassified to the class of 2017 and was still the #1 recruit in the country. But despite his glaring talents and
Trayvon Duval. Wow.
NBA readiness at such a young age, he has yet to make a real impact at the NBA level. Because no matter how incredible a young prospect is, in the world of sports, there is no such thing as a guarantee. But rarely, maybe once or twice in a decade, a prospect comes along and nearly reaches that unattainable status. The 2023 NBA draft will feature one of these generational prospects in Victor Wembanyama. Victor has been in the spotlight for quite a while now, and not even 24
said he was
hours after
7'2".
the 2022 NBA draft, attention already began to shift to
Spurs
next year's draft
are all in
and the
#1
ultimate
pick.
prize, the 2023 NBA draft, informally being labeled as the Wembanyama sweepstakes. By
Really?
now, most of y'all have probably heard of Victor or seen clips of him playing.
Yeah, I've
The
seen
first thing that
clips.
stands out is his absurd height and length. 7 feet 3 inches tall,
7'3"?
with a 7 foot 10 inch wingspan.
7'10"?
For some perspective, here's 6 foot 4 inch 2022 NBA draftee Jaden Ivey. Here's 7 foot 1 inch Chet Holmgren, and over here is Victor Wembanyama, making Chet look like an undersized shooting guard. But many
Yeah.
scouts and onlookers have said that
He's
Victor
skinny as heck.
isn't 7'3". He's actually closer to 7'5", which just sounds like a bunch of speculation. But you see this guy right here? This is Zach Edey. Zach's official listed height is 7'4", and Victor
He's
is a
taller.
giant, but
He's
his
taller than
incredible
him.
stature isn't nearly what makes him a potentially generational talent. It's what he does with it. Quick feet, even quicker hands, agility that is visually startling for a player of his size. Despite being a skyscraper, he can take defenders off the dribble with an explosive first step or use an arsenal of moves to create separation in ISO situations. The kid is 7'3" and can create shots for himself anywhere on the court. Similar to Kevin Durant, his high release on his jump shots makes them virtually unguardable. Although he's not nearly the outside shooter Durant is. But he does have an inside game far beyond his years, where he uses a variety of combinations involving spin moves, pump fakes, and fadeaways, which keeps the defense in a constant state of gambling, like a perpetual game of choose your poison. Ultimately, at the moment, his strengths are in the open floor and on defense. With his speed, quick reaction, and size, Victor is
We seen that
virtually
game
an
right there.
automatic bucket in transition. He has the situational awareness and athleticism to create transition opportunities out of thin air.
Hey.
On defense, he already possesses world-class instincts and timing, and his insane length allows him to seemingly be in 2 places on the court at once. However, Victor, just like every other prospect that came before him, does have his weaknesses.
All
But
right.
all of these weaknesses are things that, with
Can
the
be
right
worked on.
development, can be solved.
All right, what
His
is it?
slim frame, his shoddy decision making
Yeah.
at times, gambling on defense and relying on his length to make up for it, the usual weaknesses of most young mega talents.
Yeah.
But none of that matters, because Victor isn't just the presumable #1 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. He's the draft pick of the decade, according to
What does he mean?
Hi, drop shippers. It's time
It
to
look like
focus
it
on
look like
what
we
you
know
do
who the
best.
Hold on, be quiet. It look like we know who the #1 pick is, man. Victor. Not gonna lie.
Connell, the last prospect this big, this fluid, and this comfortable with the ball in his hands might be a young Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. One anonymous NBA scout said, Victor can be Gobert defensively, Porzingis offensively, with Jokic-like passing skills.
Ooh,
Another NBA
Jokic-like
scout
passing?
said, when you see something you've never seen before, it can feel like your eyes are playing tricks on you. And many other scouts shared this same opinion, most of them struggling to even come up with an
Think Rudy Gobert mixed with Kevin Durant and Anthony Davis. That's when Wembanyama is projected to be. If you think that comp is too outrageous, then how about larger Giannis Antetokounmpo without any weaknesses? Now that's OD. Giannis with no weaknesses. That's OD. Giannis with no weaknesses. That's tough.
appropriate comp for Wembanyama.
I'm not gonna lie. Giannis
Since,
with no weaknesses
quite
is
frankly,
tough.
There's never been a player like him in the history of the NBA. Last summer, Victor faced off against Chet Holmgren during the U19 FIBA World Cup final. And
Okay.
despite Victor being a
Because everybody hype up Chet. I don't know too much about Chet either, but a lot of people hype him up. I'm ready to see him ball.
year younger
Never seen
than
him hoop.
Chet, one NBA scout said, "Never have I seen Chet Holmgren overshadowed physically like he was last year whenever the two met. Just off of sheer potential, Victor is
Give
one
me
of the
that.
most sought-after prospects we've ever seen."
And
But
what?
There's just one small catch these scouts are missing.
What?
Actually, it's one massive 7'3" catch. Victor's too damn tall. As we previously touched on, the history of extremely tall and sustainably great big men
The
is
injuries,
very,
yeah.
very short. No matter how talented a freakishly tall player is, no matter
So what
how
is he saying,
enticing their
though?
physical tools are,
Don't build
at a
around
certain
him?
point, all
What is
that
he saying?
height will eventually become a detriment to their game and their longevity. This trend of injury-prone ultra big men has become so prevalent
Oh.
that it isn't the exception, it's
Oh.
practically the rule. Believe it or not, there are only 5 active NBA players who are taller than 7 feet. And of these 5 players, only 3 of them are taller than 7'2". Kristaps Porzingis being easily the most talented of the 3.
Yeah,
Outside
he's
of an
balling.
Injury-riddled Porzingis, who is the last player taller than 7'1",
Oh.
and made a real impact in the NBA.
He
Stop,
do be getting
don't even
hurt.
bother trying to come up with
Damn.
an answer. It's Yao Ming, who had his last all-star caliber
But they don't play alike, though. He don't play like Yao Ming. That's the only thing. If we're worried about injuries, I would just, because he, like, I don't know, he just real fluid. Like, if you make it seem like he's fragile. Is he fragile? Does he have a...
nearly
I don't know.
15 years ago, which means that this century has featured two players 7 feet 2 inches or
You can't
taller
really-
who played at an
I
elite
understand.
level,
That's,
and
like,
both of them
statistically
have had
correct,
their
though.
careers derailed due to injuries.
But, I mean, Victor may be just that
virtually
nigga. He
inevitable.
may just... He may just be that nigga to break that shit. Like, he may just be that nigga that's hooping at 7'4" and not getting hurt.
For
Shit.
2000 NBA draft,
get it.
here are the percentages of games missed from lottery picks sorted by height.
Like,
Throughout
this is-
these three
this is
height
probably
ranges,
100%
there seems
facts.
to be no correlation
Which-
factor
wait, it
between
is, 'cause-
height and injury.
I
Generally
don't know,
speaking,
man. I
players
just don't like
ranging from
seeing that in
below
people's
6
future,
feet
man, getting
all the
hurt,
way
man.
up to
Especially if they got
6'11".
talent.
Experience
I try not to
injuries at a
even
very
focus
similar
about that
frequency.
shit.
But lottery picks
Yeah, but
from
it's a
7
point, though.
feet to 7
It's a point to make, but it's like, that's really a good point to make. But at the same time, man, like, this man talented, bro. I'm not even trying to think about that. Let's hoop. Like, this, he's talented, man. Let's work on him. You don't try to, I'm not trying to worry about the injuries. But this is facts, though. This is facts. But this is just something, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to really
have
think
missed
about.
26.2%
A young prospect, when we talking about,
of all their
like-
potential NBA games. This is
Like,
a staggering
it's like showing
amount. Now, I would add another height
that
range
he-
of 7
he's
to
destined to
above,
get hurt or something.
but
Like,
there just hasn't
that
been
may not
enough
be the
NBA
case.
prospects
You feel me?
in that height range. The last time a player that tall was selected with the lottery pick in the NBA draft was Kristaps Porzingis in 2015. Before Kristaps, you have to go back to 2009 when the Memphis Grizzlies drafted 7'3" Hashim Thabit with the second overall
Hashim
pick.
Thabit?
1 spot ahead of James Harden, 5 spots ahead of Stephen Curry, and 7 spots ahead of DeMar DeRozan. Hashim stayed relatively healthy, but spent 5 seasons bouncing around to numerous teams.
What are you saying, though? Why are you bringing this up? Are you saying Victor gonna be like, why are you bringing this up? Fuck about Hashim Thabit,
Curry and
Are you bringing this man up?
ahead of DeMar DeRozan. Hashim stayed relatively healthy, but spent 5 seasons bouncing around to numerous teams and finished his career with averages of just 2 points and 2 rebounds on 10 minutes per game. But believe it or not, Hashim Thabit actually holds an NBA record for the
Really?
tallest and highest drafted player to ever be sent down to the D-League.
Damn! This nigga just shitted on him.
Making that up. It's a real fact.
It's OD.
And to find the next absurdly tall lottery pick, you have to go all the way back to the 2002 NBA draft, when the Houston Rockets drafted Yao Ming with the #1 overall pick.
All right, what's wrong with Yao Ming?
To my estimation, is the greatest player over 7
a Hall of Famer
inches in NBA history. To this day, Yao Ming is criminally underrated.
Does Yao Ming have a
only thing
ring?
Bigger than he was were the standards put upon him coming into the NBA, and he lived up to that standard. But unfortunately, the height that made him an unstoppable force on the court was also the cause of his retirement smack dab in the middle of his prime at the age of 30. Finding a young, talented
I didn't know
player
that.
with this much size is a feat in its own right. Finding a young player with this much size with the expectation that he has a long and healthy career would be nothing short of a miracle. To say that,
But you can say injuries about anybody, bro. People say it about Zion, bro. He too big to be jumping that high, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
the odds are stacked against this young man would be an understatement. We've just rarely seen any player pull it off. But that's the thing. Victor isn't like any other player. He can protect the paint like Gobert, create offense like Porzingis, run the floor like Giannis, and pass like Arvidas.
Like
all
who?
in one package. With a talent like this, teams will gladly take all the risk for a shot
Why
at
wouldn't
the
you, though?
ultimate reward. If he can stay healthy, Wembanyama has the opportunity and the skills to be a player unlike anything the NBA has ever seen.
Has he got hurt yet?
With that being said, let the Victor Wembanyama sweep.
That's my question. Has he got hurt yet?
Stakes begin.
Does he have a history of getting hurt yet? I like this video. Hella educational. I'm not gonna lie, hella educational. Really fuck with that. I really do. But listen, I don't like thinking about injuries, man. You feel me? Like, this man obviously looked hella talented. Pretty sure he is. Pretty sure he will continue to be. Nothing but blessings goes out to that man, Victor. You feel me? Look like a beast. He said Giannis with no weaknesses. Say that's not OD. Listen, if you made it this far to the video, man, listen, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you new. We on the road to 300. You already know what time it is. It's about to be 8:30 time for the game. We about to watch the Panthers game. Yes, we're going to have a reaction to that after this. Other than that, man, there's 3 things I want y'all to do. And that's just easy. You be easy. You know what I'm saying? Remain safe. And just enjoy the rest of your fucking day. You feel me? The next day, tomorrow, not promise. So enjoy the fucking rest of your day. Look, man, I see y'all in the next video, bro. We out.